Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Icarus, and unfortunately, Whipping Girl continues to not want to be done because this time I put my notes on my new laptop that I got specifically to use for school because my MacBook was acting stupid. And that laptop just completely died for no reason. So I would suggest never buying a $300 Acer laptop. That's the end of that. I it's just generally not been a good week. I mentioned in the New Year's video that a lot of changes have been happening. You can tell with the background. My Briar and I are splitting up, that sort of thing. And one of the things that has been happening is I'm completely in charge of my own medication now, but I'm really, really bad at remembering to take it. And my bipolar medication in particular, I take in the morning because if I take it at night, I have a tendency to have extremely bizarre dreams. Usually just bizarre, but lately they've been really upsetting because they've all centrally been about Briar coming back to Philadelphia. And the reality is that's not going to happen. I'm still not at a point where I want to talk about it and share about what's going on in this format. The people that know. The people that have seen the shit show have seen the shit show. But to put it very simply, it was very sudden on my end of things and not very well planned out on Briar's end of things. And because they did what they did, the way they did it, we're both very financially strained. And honestly, if it wasn't for school and my lawyer friend who I groom for, I would have had to drop out of school again. And to be completely honest, that would have been the third time that I've had to quit school. And the first two times were the darkest periods in my life. And combining that with the love of my life leaving me in such a manner, I don't think I would have made it. And I think all of that's hitting me this week really hard. So, today's video is going to be very short because, unfortunately, while I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things that I want to do, I have not been prepared to do any of that. I had a bit of a breakdown at work yesterday because I'd been off of my meds for 3 days and didn't completely realize it. I, or maybe even longer, with disordered medication taking. It's really hard for me to remember to take my medication. I have alarms set, but I have alarms set to get ready for work, and I don't do the best with those either. So, if anyone has any tips on how to regulate my medication taking, because yesterday, especially, I started crying while I was at the register. Oh, and I became convinced that I couldn't look anybody in the face or else they would be able to see all the lies that I was have ever told in my life. I did a little bit better with that today, but I didn't really look anyone in the face either. Oh, people probably think I'm being so rude. They don't know everything that's happening. But there's so many things that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the concept of finphobia, and if that's just a different name for misogyny, because stuff, but I haven't done enough research in the history of the word, so I don't want to talk about something half cocked necessarily. I watched the 2 episodes that are out of the new Velma show. It's not good, especially if you are a fan of Scooby Doo. But I'd like to give it a couple more episodes because, I mean, my favorite adult animated show, Bob's Burgers, took a little bit to get into itself. My second favorite adult animated show, BoJack Horseman, it took the first half of the season to find its footing. So, judging a show off of 2 episodes feels very disingenuous to me. And the second episode ended on a bit of a lesbian cliffhanger or a bisexual femme cliffhanger. I'm not really sure. So we'll see about that. Um, and I want to have a conversation about critique and how you can critique a person and a person's work and even together and their social media presence online without necessarily demeaning them as a person and demeaning their personal choices that aren't hurting anybody because of a discussion that I've been having in a Discord server I've joined recently. But I don't want to get into that one until I get closer to working on another series that I'm not going to talk about because then I'll just end up turning into the next Whipping Girl. I keep planning on things and then shit keeps happening. It's been a long week. I've got one more week before classes begin, and then we'll see just what happens. I apologize for any background noises because I'm filming this so late at night. There's not going to be a lot of editing. Dory ran under the door for some reason. The door that is chewed up from this one, Nettle. And there's a smoke alarm beeping in one of the bedrooms that are currently locked. So, yeah, I feel like that's a good end into the end of the week. It's been a lot, y'all. It's been a roller coaster of a year so far, but I think things are going to be okay. I hope things are going okay for y'all. How is your new year going? It's new year, new us. Resolutions. Did you guys make any? Have you guys already broken them? It is the 3rd week, so you know how that is. I think it's like 27 days ish, and then people usually stop going to gyms and stuff. It's just a big commitment all at once, isn't it, Nettle? So, we gotta say goodbye. She doesn't care. She smells like peanut butter and bananas. But yeah, if you guys watched this, thank you so much for watching. If you didn't, I really don't blame you. And I will see you next week with something far more constructive, I promise. Oh, God, I fucking hate my laptop.